Welcome back to Houston Life. Today we're joined by two incredible talents to talk about a film that's already making waves on the festival circuit. It's called Albany Road.
Yeah, with recent wins at the Martha's Vineyard African American Film Festival and Ebert Fest, the story of faith, healing, and personal relationships is gearing up for its nationwide release. Take a listen.
Your actions hurt people, and you can't always fix it after the fact.
I don't know what you're talking about.
We come face to face with what we fear the most, or what we want the most, and sometimes you win. And sometimes you lose.
Okay, it's a powerful trailer. Director Christine Swanson and Tony and Grammy Award-winning actress Renée Elise Goldsberry join us now with more about the inspiration behind the film, the performances. Audiences are buzzing. Welcome to you both. Renée, it's great to see you. Christine, it's nice to meet you. Catch us up on the friendship, because we were joking during the break that Christine, you take credit for Renée's career. You cast her in her very first feature film. This was long before your Hamilton fame.
Long before.
Yes.
I was just an actress in Los Angeles. I walked into an audition. I was on a show called Ally McBeal many years ago.
Oh, I remember.
Yes. Oh, wow. And, and I walked into an audition and she gave me the opportunity to star in her first feature film. And the rest is history.
That's right.
And it has its eyes on us.
Yes, absolutely. Christine, look at you guys behind the scenes there. What do you feel? So talk about the friendship and the evolution of it from then to now.
Yeah, so Renée is actually the godmother to my 4 children, so that's how much of a friend she is in my life. Just meeting her as an actress, 2 seconds watching her, I knew she was a star.
Wow.
My goodness, it's so fun to see some of your career highlights over the years and your long-running friendship. And Christine, having a close personal relationship with someone off camera and behind the scenes, how important do you think that is as a filmmaker? Because it seems like there's a level of trust that maybe is accelerated because of your personal connection?
Absolutely. I always say Renée is the best rewriter I've ever met in my life. So she can take an ordinary script and make it extraordinary. So a lot of times we're like kind of in tune in terms of what the story needs. And because we have a second hand with each other, it's like, yeah, do that.
Renée, what is your process like when you're working on a film like this? Like, it's going to be spiritual. There's going to be a big message. You obviously, the accolades and people watching it is the goal. But what is your process like during the filming?
Well, the trust that is necessary when it comes to just having, that kind of intimacy with the camera. That kind, someone, she's a brilliant director, and she's trying to do something that goes beyond what we're used to seeing in dramedies or romantic comedies. So she's going to get really, really close in to the emotion and to the stillness and to the pathos of a character, and to trust that she's going to do that in a way that I think not only serves the story, but serves my ability to serve the story is huge. It really starts with just believing in the storyteller. I've done a lot in my career, aligning myself with really good storytellers.
And I also think, Renée, you need to give yourself a wild amount of credit, because for you to go from stage to screen, I mean, from starring in Hamilton on Broadway and being in this huge production to going to a situation on set where a camera is right in your face, that really underscores your range as a performer.
So funny. I was just with one of my little cousins here in Houston who's going to be in a play, Putnam County Spelling Bee.
Oh, cool.
And she was talking about, having to be really big in theater. And she was like, I'm not used to having to be that big. And I said, but I don't think you have to be bigger than in theater than you are in any other area of your life. I think that's really a myth. And so I don't know that it's as challenging as people, I think, make it, like we have to become something different. I think my favorite actors on the stage are 100% truthful and honest and simple. And the scary thing about having a camera that close to your face is just your insecurity about what's on your face. I think a lot of this movie I had a zit right here. And I remember like, really, today, Christine?
Well, but it was humanizing, and that's
She said it, I love it because it's humanizing.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be human.
She's just
I'm
like
trying
me.
to be a movie star.
I want to be a star. in this world, your cousin's very lucky to have you, by the way, as a wealth of knowledge. But Christine, how do you stand out in a world where, you know, it's not just big productions anymore? Everyone seems to think they can do this and they can direct a movie. How do you find the way to move people the way you do? How do you find those intimate moments?
Well, I've been doing this for a long time, so it's really about finding those things that work and working with the people who can bring it. And like I said, Renee's one of the best actresses in her field working right now. So the fact that this is our second feature film, we were just talking about getting going on the next one.
Wow.
Because she's just,
She literally, let's just be honest, she just said, you know, you look good, but you don't have forever. You need to speed it up.
No.
A good friendship will tell you, Renee, you still look good, but you need to hurry up.
I did
Are you
say
punking
that.
us, or that was a real
She
conversation?
literally
I did
just
just
said
say
that
that.
in the green
I
room.
did say
That's how you know they're close friends,
Yeah.
okay? Only close friends can
she
get away.
ain't wrong, y'all. She ain't wrong.
Okay, what do you say we take a quick commercial break, because we got to get into Albany Road. I'm really fascinated about the nationwide release, also the festival circuit, and I want to know why it's connecting with audiences so strongly. So stay with us. Renée Elise Goldsberry, Christine Swanson. We will chat more with them about their brand new film and the meaning behind it.
We're going to get more tea. Houston Life will be right back. Welcome back to Houston Life. We have been chatting with Tony and Grammy Award-winning actress Renée Elise Goldsberry and filmmaker Christine Swanson. And you guys were just chatting about everything. Was the screening last night in Houston for Albany Road? How did it go?
It was wonderful.
Sold out. The Missouri City chapter of Lynx Incorporated invited us,
Yes.
had a huge debut for us, and I've seen the movie a bunch of times, but I typically come after for the talkback, but I came early because I wanted to experience with my hometown Houston crowd the funny parts of this movie, and it was a roller coaster. It was really fun.
It's got to be so satisfying, Christine, as the filmmaker, to witness just a live reaction from an audience.
Yes.
This is your work, and you really connect with this film because of what reason? And can you kind of walk us through this premise? Albany Road, about a road trip.
Yes. Two intergenerational women who hate each other, and they're forced to share a rental car from New York to D.C. in a snowstorm.
Oh, okay. So normally that would be a short drive. But because of the snowstorm,
Right.
They have to face each other,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Okay, and this is something that a lot of people relate to. What do you think is striking a chord?
Well, I think what's striking a chord is really the fun ride that kind of bends the genre of a typical rom-com, and then it turns into like a heartfelt, gut-wrenching drama that throws people off, and then it brings them right back, and it's this feeling that we used to have when we went to movie theaters and we saw movies with audiences, and it's like this: we're laughing together, we're crying together, and post-COVID, we're trying to bring that back, and this is why it's such a wonderful movie to watch in theaters with friends. So go together.
It's
go
totally
together.
different when you're at home alone on your sofa than it is in a theater, right?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
It's actually it's theater. We call it a movie theater. It
That's
feels
right.
like theater.
Oh, of course.
And it's really enjoyable. She's been screening the film all over the country, and she sits in all of those screenings because I think enjoys. Well, she enjoys the watching them just lap it up.
Right.
But also, I mean, it's her gift, I believe, to tell this, to give people their story back, to give people an opportunity to see themselves, specifically audiences that don't often get to see themselves in this way on screen. And I'm glad that she allows herself that decadence.
Yes. We say this movie is Thelma and Louise meets Terms of Endearment meets Fargo.
Oh,
amazing.
wow. That's
And
a great combo.
I know. That's
Fargo. Wow.
Yeah.
And Christine, your husband actually produced this?
Yes.
So it is a deeply personal, I mean, you're so
Yes.
personally connected, and you say you hope to open up a dialogue. What dialogue are you hoping to open, like between or amongst the Black community or any community?
You know, it's interesting. My husband, Michael Swanson, who has a day job as a studio executive in Los Angeles, and I have been making movies and babies together for the last 30 years. We have
is
4
right there.
children.
Yes.
And every kid of ours worked on this movie. So it's a family business.
And
but-
one of mine.
Nice.
Yeah,
one
and
of
her
mine.
son worked on it as well.
Get 'em all involved.
We 100% financed this ourselves.
Wow.
We are self-distributing through a partnership with AMC Theaters. Wow. So it's a family affair, but it's something we really believed in, and so we're gambling on ourselves.
Betting on yourself, absolutely.
Sorry, Renee.
I was
what were
just
you
going to
saying?
say their company is called Faith Film Works because they take big leaps, big risks, and it's because their faith is so great. And what I love, kind of, whether I'm on the journey with them or not, is watching, that faith rewarded.
That's lovely. It's very, very nice. And because you have done 7 feature films, Christine, you know just what it takes. You know that filmmaking is not an easy thing. So I think it's incredible you're continuing to tell these stories. We're out of time. Renee, will we see you on Broadway anytime soon?
You will. I'm going to be in a show called All In. It stars me, John Mulaney, Fred Armisen, and Richard Kind. It's love stories written by Simon Rich, and it's a revolving cast on Broadway starting December 11th.
Well, we know you're going to be wonderful. You're in it, and we know everything you're doing is going to be nails. So, lady, thank you so much for stopping by.
Tell them when to go see the movie.
November 15th in AMC Theaters in Houston.
Fantastic. We'll be there. Ladies, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Great to see you both. Congrats on the film.
Houston supports Houston. So let's go. Renée Elise Goldsberry and Christine Swanson, Albany Road in Houston AMC Theaters. As we just said, November 15th. Advanced ticket sales, however, begin October 18th. So go to our website. That's tomorrow, HoustonLife.tv, for a link to purchase those tickets.
All right. Thanks again, ladies. Great
Thank
to
you
see
so
you
much.
both.
Thanks, guys.